In my practice, we are the advocates for the injured. And I decided to start doing personal injury. It was basically a favor to a friend. I have a friend who's a doctor, and she wanted me to help one of her patients. And at first, I said no, because I thought personal injury attorneys were ambulance chasers, and I didn't want to be known as an ambulance chaser. But I decided, it's a friend, let me help her. Helped her out, and I realized, one, I didn't chase an ambulance, and two, I really made a difference in that client/patient's life. And so I was hooked. I am a people person, so I love working directly with people and actually making a difference. Because when you're in an accident or you're injured, you're scared, you may not know what to do. And I find joy guiding people through that process. And at the end, when they see that, yes, they were able to overcome this and move on with their life, that makes me very proud. I call myself a mother on a mission for justice when it comes to daycare center abuse, because unfortunately, my daughter was injured at a daycare center. And from that day forward, I wanted to make sure that no other parent had to go through what I had to go through with my daughter and her injury. Fortunately, she's okay now, and she doesn't even remember that it happened. But every day I get a call from a parent who is just devastated because their child has a catastrophic injury as a result of being in a daycare center. I came up with a pamphlet, and it's called the 101 Things You Must Ask Before You Choose a Daycare Center. And the purpose is I want parents to know exactly what to look for and the pitfalls that I've seen throughout my years of practice when it comes to daycare center abuse. I wish I would have known these things when I selected a daycare center for my daughter, but I didn't. But now that I do, I want everyone to know what they need to do to ensure their child is safe while they're in the care of others. First and foremost, parents need to make sure that the center that they are considering is actually licensed by the state. There is a big problem with centers who are not licensed. And the licensing is important because if a center is licensed, there's some sort of oversight. There's an agency that makes sure that they are following the checks and balances as outlined by the state. Second, you want to make sure that your daycare center conducts background checks of the employees. It may not be a worker that injures your child. You need to know about volunteers, contractors, anyone who's going to be in contact with your child. You need to know how your daycare center is going to handle making sure that your child is not a victim of an accident or a serious crime while in their care. I can't tell you how far I will go to make sure this doesn't happen. So I'm making it easy for parents. One, there's a pamphlet, and two, I have an e-course that explains everything and more than what's in the pamphlet, because I tried to get all of what I know into a document, but it's impossible. So that's why I said, let's do the e-course. And in addition to the e-course, we're going to be doing community events where I'll meet with parents. They can come with their questions and we can discuss what their concerns may be. Accidents at daycare centers are preventable.